Hey Cookie fam, it's Cookie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reading your guys' star stable confessions. So basically I'm finding these off a Reddit post and I'll be reading you guys' crazy confessions. So let's see what you guys have been up to. This is only my second star stable video ever and it's also my first training time, so I hope you guys do enjoy, and yeah, let's just jump straight into it. Okay, so here's the first one. My first club leader was when I was 12 and he made all of us refer to him as daddy.
Police! Help! Police! Help!
And we didn't know there was anything wrong with it, so we all did it. That's kind of insane. That's a bit of like a weird vibe.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, Star Stable roleplays were insane, so I would stay clear away from them. I'd say there's not that many around anymore, but there was some insane ones, especially during lockdown, because y'all were bored. When I was 11, I joined this small club, and we all quickly became quite close. I was feeling self-conscious though, since oh my gosh, no. Oops. Anyway, I was feeling self-conscious though since everyone else was 14 to 16. Okay, it's so hard to read, whatever. Okay, so I lied about my age, claiming I was 13. The irony, we were all the same age, the oldest being 12. Funny how things turned out. That is just so funny because I think everyone used to do this. I got a milestone, that's awesome. When I was a kid, I didn't want to be friends with one of my SSO friends anymore. She was clingy, jealous, and sometimes really mean to me, especially over things unprovoked. Guys, I'm sorry. I do this thing where when I read stuff, I just add in my own words. So I'm really sorry if I do that and didn't want to say that. So I sent her an in-game letter pretending to be my mom. I went on and on about how sad it was my child died in a car accident, and after she answered back, obviously distraught, I blocked her and continued playing like nothing happened. That's so crazy! I feel like before, I always thought like, imagine if I just pretended I died, but like I would never do that because like that person, your friend, probably like tells that story nowadays and is like, yeah, my friend from Star Stable died. When I was 10 and I first started playing SSO, I was obsessed with being the mean horse girl. I would be exactly like Loretta. I would go around bullying players that were a lower level than me, had less horses, etc. I was god awful. I'm so sorry to all the players I hurt. I needed to be humbled big time. It's just so funny. Also guys, are we just loving this fit? Like, oh my gosh. Anyway, I secretly kicked my online best friend out of my riding club because she was annoying pick me and constantly sending me mail, telling me she wanted to switch clubs every day. This went on for a month or so, even after I kicked her out of my club. So I went on an alt, reported her account multiple times, and a week later she got banned. I mean, maybe she didn't deserve it, especially if she had like star coins and stuff. I kind of feel bad for the girl in a way because like she might have been mean, but like to be fair, if she was being like a bit of a pick me, she could have been just like a little kid and probably younger than she told you, because everyone used to lie on about their age, I think. So like if she had spent like her parents' money or her own, I would feel a bit bad like on star coins, but like if it was just a level 5 account or something, like you can recreate that. So maybe she got it back, who knows. I was a club jumper when I first started playing. Me too. I would just join them for like a bit and then I'd just get bored because honestly, I was not very reliable. I would be the same, especially if they had a club horse. That was so annoying because I was like, okay, well I don't have that much star coins all the time. Like I just can't buy that. But I definitely understand being a club jumper. When I was 9 to 12, I would pretend to be a boy on SSO and flirt with people. I'd occasionally have spicy time with other players role playing, and it's honestly quite embarrassing looking back, but I also think this is another huge hint that I'm bisexual. That is so funny because I used to pretend I was a boy on like Brookhaven and Roblox. Like that is so funny, but spicy time on Star Stable is honestly insane. Like what? And wasn't Star Stable really strict with like tags and stuff? Like I think they're a bit strict now, but like overly strict. So I've been playing SSO literally since it came out. My OG account has all the good stuff on it. Gen 1 Fjord, the clothes you can't get anymore, you know, the good old days. Well, I was stupid enough to let my friend play on it, and she got it permanently banned for abusing the chat, and I will never forgive myself. Well, honestly, if it were me, I would be like really mad that I shared the passcode, but I would probably just never forgive that girl. But that is so annoying that happened to you. I'd be really upset. But guys, just know, never share your passcodes with even your friends, because the girl didn't even like change her passcode or take her stuff. She just got her banned. So even if it's an accident, like don't trust other people with your own stuff because you never know what might happen to it. But yeah, on to the next one. That's just crazy. Guys, can you tell I'm just not amazing at show jumping? I don't know. Can you tell? Guys, I didn't even get a bronze medal. That's how bad it is. Okay, so there's a long one coming up, and we're gonna see how good it is. I hope it is good. I've just skimmed through it. But I found SSO when I was about 9 to 10 years old. I played some time, and I told about the game to my friends. I am the kid who had the really strict parents, and naturally, they would not buy me Star Rider or Star Coins because those are a waste of money. Which, honestly, fair enough. I think my parents wouldn't either, so I had to buy it for myself. But yeah, I feel like when I first bought it, I played for a couple months and then I kind of got bored of it. Then I came back. I feel like I guess it's worth it, but to get it only on sale, I would never advise you to buy it on full price just because you might not like it. And yeah. And they were also skeptical that SSO would steal their bank accounts. If they did that, they could sue, so that would probably be a good thing. I think. Both my friends got Star Riders and I was so jealous of them. Mostly because I was the one who introduced them to the game. I totally get that. When someone gets better at the game you introduce them to, that really annoys me, even though it's beyond my power or whatever. And in the end, I was the one who was left out. I played without Star Rider for 3 to 4 years, but oh boy, when I found about PaySafe gift cards. To show off to my friends, I spent all my money I'd given or had earned to SSO, and that's hundreds of euros. To this day, my parents doesn't know how much money I've spent on pixel ponies. That's insane. Playing without Star Rider 3 to 4 years is such crazy dedication because I was like, you just can't play without it, honestly. But where am I even going? But that is just crazy dedication, so fair play to you. And I'm so glad that she didn't give up the game because, I mean, I would have just got frustrated and gave it up. Okay, so here's the next one. It's also a tiny bit long, but not as long. Back in 2015, I guessed my mom's PayPal password and basically bought myself and 2 of my friends Star Coins. One of my friends only had her starter horse, so I bought her 300 Star Coin Dutch Warm Blood, the brown gᥒꫪ pony, and a Morgan. My mom asked me if I had stolen her credit card and I lied and said no. She ended up emailing SSO telling them that she didn't purchase anything and they banned me and my 2 friends for life. I managed to get my account back, but because I spent over $70 on both friends, they have yet to be unbanned until the year 2099. That is so crazy, but honestly, it is a good consequence, that she had to face because, in my opinion, I don't think ever in my life would I steal my parents' credit card because the consequences would be far too great, and also, I just wouldn't because that's just so scary, and I'd always feel bad because, it's her hard-earned money, and so, yeah, I wouldn't do that. But that is so crazy that you bought the Star Coins for your friends too. That must be so much money. But I mean, I guess you were a generous friend, to be fair. I got my first job at 12 years old. Wow, that's insane. That's really, really good to get your first job at that age. I spent $450 on SSO back when one horse was about $10. I don't even have the account anymore because I was sick of seeing my dead name, Lemeo. I was also earning $5 an hour. Okay, to be fair, it must be some kind of family job or something. I'm not sure, but employing a 12-year-old in an actual business is kind of crazy unless you were related to them or whatever. But $450 and then just not having the account anymore. My confession is that I never really liked role playing on SSO. I just felt to me, especially because of how restricting the chat could be, I used to have a person who would always want to be around me / role play with me. At first I did it to be nice, then I got a little annoyed, started to just randomly get kicked off the server. This just meant that I logged out. Wait a bit, then log back on. Eventually this person would start hunting me down, and when I came back to the server, I changed worlds and never talk to this person again. I feel bad, but I just want to be myself. I really understand that because when I'm playing SSO, I think I have one friend because I'd be friends with someone and then they just kind of spam mail me and I just hardly knew the person, and I think it was just promo for their club. But yeah, I just unadded everybody, but I never had anyone who was obsessed with roleplaying because I've never actually done it in SSO because I really like to keep to myself in this game. But yeah, I understand why you did that, and I'm sure they weren't too upset because surely they had other people they were also annoying too. Okay guys, we're just gonna do a couple more, but this one says, this was so recent too and embarrassing. I'm a full-on adult and have never really used global chat except for flat shows. I'd saved up a handful of jars of wisdom and want to be nice and share them. I need to talk to who designed these because you ain't never seeing me use these in real life. Okay, well I gotta redo that. So I put it in the chat, meet me at Valedale. Guys, don't hate on me, but I don't know how to pronounce it. So I'm just gonna say Valedale but if that's wrong, I'm really sorry for anyone who I've annoyed. Had some people being mean, saying no one was going to Vale for jars of wisdom. I just ignored them and one person showed up. Honestly, that's so good. Like, ignore the hate. I don't know why anybody is even bothering to spread it. Like, if they don't want to travel all the way to Vale, then that's not your problem. I mosey up next to them and proceed to use all my jars of wisdom without adding them to a group. They came to Vale and watched me use all the jars of wisdom I'd said I'd shared. I was mortified. I logged off and switched servers. They probably just assumed they went all that way just for you to use it in front of them. That's actually hilarious. I, as a newbie Star Stable player, I had no idea that you could share those, and I also wouldn't have known that you have to put people in a group, but that's hilarious. I was an evil kid, but I'll confess anyway. When I was younger, I would search for really small clubs and pretended to be interested in them, even participating in 1 or 2 club meetings only to leave it after a few days later. I was only interested in the club interface and reading what was in the description and stuff. Sometimes I felt bad and wrote like really emotional letters to them on why I couldn't be a part of the club anymore. Honestly, I was a club hopper as well, but I don't think I've been in more than 3 clubs. Okay, so this one has multiple little things. So I was tricked by some older kid and gave them my password stupidly in exchange for theirs, which was inevitably wrong, and basically had everything changed by them until I got chat banned for calling someone stupid or something like that and blamed it on them. Guys, again, don't give out your passcodes to literally anyone. Don't try and steal someone's account. Like, you have your own, hopefully. But the next one says, got married to some chick at 12, properly officiated and everything. This is crazy that this all happens within a horse game. Like, I think I'd understand Roblox because it's like a broad variety of games, but yeah, that's crazy. When I was in a club as a kid, I basically was the therapist for the club leader. Tricked all my friends into thinking you could breed horses in the game. I think I've heard so much about that in roleplays. It's just so funny. Continuously server hopping because I hate people. For me, there's not that many servers to hop to, but I'm actually in Cupcake Valley, I think. I was in Coconut Island, I think, and I just moved because it just, I don't know, I don't even mind, but I love doing flat shows. I'll do one more. This person said I would go around friending players and then mail them saying I hacked their accounts.
What? Child. Anyway, so
I was 9. Wow, you guys had some crazy motives. A lot of people said that they just caused mayhem because they were bored, which, I mean, if you run out of things to do in Star Stable, fair enough. Alright guys, that's the end of today's video. I really hope you enjoyed my first ever training time. If you want to see more videos like this, please let me know, and I will definitely make more videos. For now, I won't be giving out my Star Stable username because a couple of people have already asked, but I'm just gonna leave that for now. We got the horse to level 9. I actually started this video at level 7. I don't think I got some of the, I'm not sure what the clips are gonna be like when I finish editing. I do want to make like some sort of intro for Star Stable, so like I watched a couple and people just like put a little character and then their name. I'm not sure, like I have loads more stuff that I do want to try in Star Stable, which would be, other than training times and buying horses, maybe realistic role plays, but I heard they take a lot of work, a lot of time and patience, so I will probably wait till summer is out and I have more free time. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you did enjoy, and also again if you want to see more of this, and yeah, also make sure to hit that subscribe button with that notification bell on so you get notified whenever I do upload. I will try my best to upload. I do want my Star Stable videos to be longer than usual because I think they're a little bit more entertaining for people, just based on like the first one I did. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.